I'm headed off to the store. I'm gonna go get some lunch first. But I gotta go to the store, get a couple things I don't have for dinner, because tonight doing some Irish dishes. I'm gonna do a beef and stout. So I'm gonna get Guinness for the stout. Could probably use anything. American bourbon barrel stout would probably be pretty good, but I'm gonna stick kind of traditional. Then I'm gonna do a cauliflower and cheese, and I'm also gonna do carrots and parsnips mashed up, kind of like a mashed potato. So headed to the store, get some stuff, and I'll be back in a little while. All right, just left the grocery store. Got everything I need. Headed home now. It's too early to start dinner, but I got some prep work I can do, get everything ready, and it only takes about 2.5 hours for this dish to cook. So I'll go home and prep some stuff, and I might even drink one of these Guinnesses I bought. All right, welcome to my channel. Getting ready to start dinner, and I am doing a beef and stout. It's an Irish recipe. A few years ago I went to Ireland and I got this little book right here, and I haven't made anything from it, so I started looking through it and I saw this recipe right here, beef and stout. So I figured it'd be fun to do it. So I've got everything I need, and I'm going to do a couple other dishes too, but I'm going to work on this beef and stout here first. So I've got 2 large onions, I've got carrots, parsnips for another dish I'm going to do. I've got my stout, which I'm using Guinness. I'm trying to stay kind of original. So salt, pepper, oil, and then I have beef, just cut up stew meat, probably chuck steak, I would imagine. And then some baby bellas. I'm going to put that in the gravy for the end of it, using the stout to make a gravy. So let me get started by cutting all this stuff up. First I need a couple of carrots. Oil in here, medium heat, and it calls for a walnut of butter, so a walnut of butter. I'm gonna say that's about the size of a walnut. Yeah, something like that, maybe. I had to actually look that term up, and the lady's blog page, I'll post that for you, where I found the answer, and a bunch of other cool stuff about old cooking techniques. Alright, so this calls for Guinness, and I think we need to actually open this and make sure it's okay. Yeah, that might do it. I'm gonna keep this one. I've got another one for the dish. This one's mine. All right. So heating up the pan. The back. We've got our onions and carrots cut up. Waiting for the pan to heat up. Meat out. Yeah, this is definitely chuck. You can tell by all the ligaments and tendons and stuff in it. So, but stew meat, usually you need to cook it for a while, so all that breaks down and becomes tender. Because if you just, cook it up like a regular meat quickly, it doesn't get tender. So stew meat needs time. But it's a really good flavorful meat. So, all right, getting butter and oil here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put the meat in there and brown it a little bit. So let me get a pan to put that in. Put the meat in there after we brown it. And I don't know why, but it says after you cook the meat to remove it with a slotted spoon. Not sure about that. If anybody watches this, let me know what that could be. Maybe we're trying to keep some of the sauce in there and not take all the butter out. I don't know. All right, I am going to need some flour in this too. 2 tablespoons. Got my big old thing of flour here. And tablespoon. All right, butter is melted, and with the oil, I'm going to throw the stew meat in there. It says just brown it, so it's not going to be in here long. It's good. Just a bit. Checking the stout. Yeah, these are getting nice and brown. Not ready yet though. Trying to get all sides. I'm not trying to cook these all the way through. It said just brown them, so that's what I'm doing. But I am trying to get all sides. So. I could have used venison in here, but sticking with the recipe, so using beef. Next time I'll use venison. I think those are probably browned enough. Like I said, I'm not trying to cook them. Just browning them a little bit. It didn't say how brown. I think they're probably brown enough. Heat down. Yeah, a little pink still on them, but for this it's okay. All right, now we're going to add the onions. And let those reduce down. Break them up a little bit. Get all those out. Get these nice and browned up. Looking pretty good. Checking the stout. Still good. Stout has not gone bad yet. Let these onions get nice and soft. And it's said to add the salt and pepper after the onions are soft, and you're adding the salt and pepper with the flour. I would normally hit this thing with salt and pepper right off the get-go, but sticking to the recipe. A little more oil. I said 1 tablespoon, but pan's awfully dry. Maybe my walnut of butter wasn't enough butter. They're getting there. Maybe I should add a little more butter anyway. Can't hurt, right? Never have too much butter. Checking the drought. Guinness Drought Stout. Guinness Drought Stout. Had some really good Guinness when we were in Ireland. Had a lot of good stuff in Ireland. I didn't taste anything or drink anything that was bad. At the end of this video, maybe what I'll do is I'll take a bunch of my Ireland pictures and just kind of run a bunch of them at the end of the video. There's some pretty good ones in there. Of course, back then I didn't have the beard, so you won't see the bearded one. I'll be beardless. Alright, these are getting close. I'll let them go just another couple minutes. I think adding that little bit of oil and butter, I think I needed that. I think the meat probably soaked up some of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of juice down in there. So, that juice back. Alright, I'm close enough. Alright, now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm just going to kind of throw it all around. I don't really want it clumping up, so I'm just spreading it all around there. One more. And a little salt, a little pepper. I'm sure this is just to taste. I like pepper, so I'm going to put pepper in it. And salt, just to bring out flavors. There we go. Carrots. Alright, I don't have any brown sugar, but I do have regular sugar and molasses, which is basically the same thing. So I'll mix a little regular sugar and a little molasses. And it just says 1 teaspoon, so. That. A little bit of molasses. That should be good. Sugar and molasses. Yummy. And we're also adding our stout, which we're using Guinness. Half a pint. I'm just putting a whole beer in there. Oh man, that looks cool. Wow, smells amazing too. And check the stout again. Yep, still good. Alright, let's see where we are. Take the heat up a little bit. Stout again. Yep, still good. That's what I need to do. Go find every recipe that has alcohol in it and make them all. Huh. Sounds like a good idea. I've done a lot of recipes with ports and different wines and, you know, to make reductions, but never done any that required bourbons or whiskeys. Alright, we're at a boil, low boil. I'm going to crank it back just a little bit. And I'm going to put a top on it. And I'm going to set me a timer for, I'm going to say 2.5 hours. Alright, 2.5 hours start. So that's what it's looking like right now. Cover it up. And I'm going to go start side dishes now. Alright, so now I'm going to start on one of my sides. I'm doing mashed carrots and parsnips. Here's some carrots and parsnips. Pound of these. I'm just shy on a pound of those, but it's all the carrots I got, it'd be okay. So I need to get these cleaned up and cut up. So I'm going to do that right now. These parsnips smell great. One more. Alright, clean up my mess. Chop these up. little girl. One of my puppies came to see me. I wonder if she likes parsnip. Let's see. Want to bite a parsnip? Oh, it's on the floor. No, no parsnip. I know she likes carrots though. Yeah, carrots. Yeah, she'll eat the carrots, not the parsnips. Got the carrots and parsnips all cut up. Let me clean up my mess again. Alright, so carrots and parsnips. Now we need a little bit of water. So I'm going to put some water in these guys. Just to cover them up. There we go. Just like that. That over here. I'm going to put that, get that going, and want to make that boil. And also want to add a little salt to this. And we're going to bring that to a boil. And let's check on our beef. Oh, it's looking good. Top's a little hot. Got an hour and 47 minutes left on that one. Alright, I'm going to start on my third part of this. I'm going to do cheesy cauliflower. So, need to get my cauliflower and get it tore apart. Flour. Let me check the stout again. Yeah, that one was okay. Probably should get the rest of them out and check them, make sure they're okay too. Yeah, that one, I think that one's going to be okay too. Cauliflowers. break these apart like that. Break these into a little bit smaller pieces. It looks good. I need to get out my steamer. So I'm going to steam these. Alright, so I got out double boiler really, but I'm going to throw these in there. I put a little water in the bottom. I'm just going to throw all the cauliflower in there and kind of steam them up, make them soft. So that's what I'm doing. Got those in there, going to let those steam up for a little bit until they get soft. Now I need to make cheese sauce for the cauliflower. So first thing I need to do, I need a bigger stove, but I need to melt some butter in here. So 2 tablespoons of butter, and it's about 2 right there, maybe a little more. And we're just going to turn the heat up on that, let that melt. Butter. And cauliflower is steaming. That's looking good. Carrots and parsnips are boiling away. Alright. I also need whole milk, which I've got right here. It called for English or Irish mustard. This is an English mustard. It's a little hotter than most mustards, so. And also need flour and Kerrygold Dubliner white cheddar. It calls for 10 ounces of this. This is 7, so I got 2. I figure cut that one in half, it'd be pretty close. And I need to shred this up, so let me get my shredder. And I also need to heat my oven to 375. I need to get that started too. There's that one. That one. Alright, so I need to shred up 10 ounces of this, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. It's pretty crumbly already, but still need to get it chopped up. take a break, check the stout, make sure it's still okay. Yep, still good. Teaspoon of flour, one teaspoon, and we're going to put that into our butter, just like that. A quick stir. Looks good. Let's check on our cauliflower and our carrots and parsnips. Yep, that's looking good. Let's see where. Oh yeah, they're tender. So I'm going to turn those down just a little bit. Alright, and let's check on the carrots and parsnips. See if they're tender. Yep. Maybe a couple more minutes. Yeah, a couple more minutes on those. So, let those go for a couple minutes. These are definitely done, so I'll turn the heat down on those. I'm just going to let those sit for a second while I'm working on this, because I need to add milk to this now. So I've got my whole milk I need to add to this. And I'm going to whisk this in slowly. Alright, now I need to bring this milk to a boil, so I'm going to crank up the heat just a little bit. Alright, our oven is up to temperature. What I want to do is I want to take this cauliflower out of the steamer and we're going to put it into a baking dish. Alright, our milk is boiling. Take that. And now we're going to add cheese to this. So. And we got our cauliflower in there. I'm not adding all the cheese. I'm going to save some to put on top while it's cooking in the oven. We'll just set a little bit aside here. Stir this until this all melts down and gets smooth. Try not to knock all the milk out of the pan. Probably should have added it a little bit at a time, give it a chance to melt, but keep whisking away here, it'll be fine. I've got a couple chunks in there that haven't melted. My carrots and parsnips should be done by now, so I'll turn the heat off to those. That's pretty smooth. Let that sit there. Now I want to add mustard to it. So, 2 teaspoons of mustard. Just 1. And 2-ish. Spicy cheese sauce. Alright, so I've got all that combined and managed not to get it all on my stove, just some of it. So now I'm going to pour this over the cauliflower. I could have melted a little bit better. But it's going into an oven, so should be fine. Now I'm going to take the rest of my cheese and put it over top of it. Look at that. Check the Guinness again, make sure it's okay. Yep, still good. Alright, got my carrots and parsnips here. Just need to mash those up coarsely. I'm not making mashed potatoes, so I want a little bit of texture in this. I'm going to hit this with a little salt and pepper too. Pepper, salt, and I'm going to put a little heavy cream in it too. Just a touch. And check the gas. Alright. My stove is up to temperature, so I'm going to put the cauliflower, cheesy cauliflower, in there, so that's done. That'll be in there for 15 minutes. And our beef is smelling awesome. That smells awesome. Alright. Let that continue cooking. And put this in a nice bowl. And we just gotta wait for cauliflower. Alright, almost done. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut up a couple mushrooms. Got some baby bellas here. Spilled them everywhere. I'm gonna cut those up, probably 3 or 4 of them. Just like that. And I'm gonna use those in the gravy after I get the stew meat out. So, my wife was not here for Valentine's Day. She was away visiting family. So this is going to be our Valentine's dinner. She doesn't know it yet. Alright, so what I did is I took all the meat and onions and most everything I could out. I'm just going to add my mushrooms to that. I'm actually going to test this again. Yep. And I'm going to add a little bit of that to here. I'm also going to add a little bit of water to it. About the same amount of water that I put Guinness in there. And we're just going to turn that on a medium heat. And I'm just going to medium heat and soften up the mushrooms. And let this reduce down. You can see there's a little bit of burn stuff on the bottom of the pan, but the water and the beer will actually deglaze that and it'll come off and become the yum yums. So as soon as the gravy's done, we're done. Let that cook for a few minutes. Alright, so I just finished up. I got everything done. Got my cheesy cauliflower, beef in stout. It was cooked with the Guinness and carrots and parsnips, and of course have a couple left over. The other beers are gone. Now I just need to call the wife down here. Say happy Valentine's Day. Waiting on the wife.
This was my Valentine's Day?
Yep.
Oh, honey.
Got cheesy cauliflower, carrots and parsnips, and beef and stout.
Aren't you supposed to be naked?
That's not in. Not this channel.
No.
All right, that was another successful meal. The wife was surprised. She didn't know I was going to do that because she was out of town for Valentine's Day. So, but I thought it'd be a cool video. I really like Irish food, and whenever you can have good food and good drink, it's a good time. So always remember, always check and make sure that these don't go bad while you're cooking. No, it's still good. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe and hit the bell. And next time I do one of these, you'll be notified. And I got a bunch coming. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you later. Bye.